all ready to show the audience.
Oh, good.
Now they saw it.
Okay, there we go. Now we're live. 4 seconds in. Okay. Hello, how is everybody?
Hi.
Just doing a quick impromptu short.
I know, promptoon. That's
Impromptu?
funny.
What is it?
Impromptu.
Impromptu?
That's fitting, though. Today's Goofy Movie's 25th anniversary.
Right?
There we go.
I know. I saw your vinyl. It's cute.
I've been listening to vinyl record all day. It's very un-Disney, but I had a new record show up today. It's a double LP set of music from Quentin Tarantino films.
Oh my gosh.
So it is, yeah, super fun.
Oh, we got Victor and Chris Crawford watching us already. Look at that. Hi, Chris.
From the room down the hall.
From the room next door. All the way from Holly's next room. Excellent.
It's funny.
And then Victor Naraki from the VictorNaraki.com, the realtor in Orlando, who specializes in selling homes near Walt Disney World.
We're looking at Winter Haven.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess you'll be wanting to move out there soon, eh?
Yeah, we were hoping to be out of here in a year, but it looks like it's 2 years. So,
yeah, I guess so. Hey, Victor. So yes, what's it? Holly wants to talk a little bit. Here it is. Here's his website. We'll put that up. Celebratingflorida.com. That's the one.
I know. I've heard his commercials on your podcast.
On the Solo Show. Yes, the official sponsor of the Solo Show.
Yep.
Is Victor. And speaking of the Solo Show and Grand Circle Tour, we're going to have our T-shirts going on sale tomorrow.
Oh.
So if someone's looking, they're going to be reduced. The Grand Circle Tour T-shirts and the Solo Show T-shirts.
Stand up, give it a twirl, show the audience.
Oh, my back.
You should have told us. I would have worn mine.
You know what? I put this on this morning because this is the shirt I'm wearing. I'm wearing this morning.
They're pretty comfortable. They're really soft.
There we go. See, yeah, Winter Haven is nice. That's a good place to go. And you'll contact Victor when it's time.
I will.
And Victor loves the Solo Show. Who doesn't love the Solo Show? It's a fun show. I'm recording tonight. I'm actually going to have a really good guest tonight. It's he does the. You ever been in Animal Kingdom? Well, I know Jay hasn't, but in Animal Kingdom in Chester and Hester's, I don't think you go there too often.
Not too often. There's no Tower of Terror Animal Kingdom, so you know where my focus is.
Yeah. In Chester and Hester's, they have the Dino radio, DINO radio playing in the background. He's the DJ. And that's he's going to be my guest tonight. We're going to be recording tonight. And I'll come out next Thursday. I give Ken lots of time to edit and to put stuff in. I think Ken's making a commercial for this one. Hopefully, it's going to be as good as the edible mouse ears that Holly's wearing. The edible mouse ears commercial.
That's cool.
But so he does that, and he does YouTube on Now That's Disney. What is it? Now That's Disney. No, not Now That's Disney. What the heck? He has a show, and he has his own podcast, and he also has his own show on WNT. Is that
WDWNT?
WDWNT? Yeah, he does a YouTube show for them.
Oh, cool!
Every Monday night, he does a live YouTube show for them as well, and he just lives like 30 minutes from me.
Really?
Yeah. He's a local Winnipeg guy. I met him through the Winnipeg Disney fan group. He's also a Stormtrooper cosplayer. He has a couple of cool. He has the Death Trooper Stormtrooper outfit, and he has a regular Stormtrooper outfit. So he's a really cool guy.
Cool.
And Kim is with us there.
Yeah.
Hi, Kim.
Did you speak to David, Stan? Was he busy?
I messaged him. He never responded.
Oh, okay.
He might be busy.
So Stan,
Eric is in the chat, and Marie and Michael is also in the chat.
Talk about the Death Trooper costume. I'm wondering, could I put that on my head and go to the grocery store? Would that count as a mask?
Yes. Have you seen them all over Facebook? Different. Oh my goodness, there are so many different masks, like costume masks people are wearing. I've seen scuba gear. I've seen a birthday party hat attached. What else? Plastic bag, which is super dangerous.
Yeah.
I saw the Walmart shop. You paid a plastic bag shopper.
Yeah. What else? Women's products, underwear.
Yikes.
Yeah. So
the lady that plays, she's like my favorite now. See, as soon as you go live, all your brain just leaves.
It happens. It happens. Once you're on the spot.
Yeah. She's the female in Mandalorian.
You're asking. Don't ask me.
Sabine Wren.
No, the Mandalorian. The ex.
Oh, I'm thinking. Sorry, but
yeah, no. The rebel.
Cara Dune.
So anyway, she posted that you could use a bra cup
and
repurpose it.
That and then you could make them out of socks. So we did that yesterday. It didn't turn out that great, but so yeah, you can definitely use whatever mask. Yes, Kim, we can see your name
with a feminine product. Yikes.
So Victor ordered masks in February.
I saw sponge too. Someone tied a sponge around their face. Yeah, a sponge.
I would do that, but write Bob on it to see if anyone notices.
SpongeBob. Well, we have a guy that comes. He's one of these guys that comes into the store 4 times a day, and he always has his mask like around his chin or over here. The other day he came in, he had it on his forehead, and he's one of those ones that just drives you nuts. Like, can you not just plan past your next craving? Like, yeah, unbelievable. Anyways,
you guys should see my grocery list for when we do have to go to the store now every like 3 weeks. They're color coded and in order of like when you go in the store, make a right so that you never have to double back.
Well, that's a good way to do it. It used to be when we would get like a $400 or $500 order, it was kind of like wow, that's a big order, and now that's the norm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that people are hoarding; it's that they're doing the right thing and they're only shopping, for a week or 2 weeks or what have you.
Yeah,
it's good to see. And our express check stand is very, very small all the time. The line is very small for our express check stand because people are doing the right thing now. Finally, and they're doing their big shops, which is exactly how what makes it better for everybody.
It's hard to remember everything though that you need to get.
Oh no, I have whiteboards everywhere. That's if it's written down on a list, I get it done. So if I think of something, I put it on one of the whiteboards. You guys, I'll show you my next shopping list. You'll laugh.
Okay.
But I thought a great tip today. If you have to go through like the ATM, drop off a check, get cash out, take Q-tips. And that way you're not touching the buttons and the Q-tips are disposable.
That's a good idea. Haven't heard that one yet. Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Because I was watching a video of people living in China and they would get into the elevator. I'm not sure how they hit the button to get the elevator doors open, but inside the elevator, there was a Kleenex box attached to the wall. It had like little small tissues, and you would take the tissue, wrap it around your finger, and use that to push the buttons. And then there was a garbage can to put it in the garbage, which is I like that idea every day, not just when there's a virus going around.
But who's in charge of filling that? And is it going to actually stay full?
The caretaker of the apartment building.
Okay.
It was them leaving their apartment building in Beijing.
Yeah, I mean, a great idea. I just don't see it staying full all the time.
Yeah, that would be it. They probably, they know and people don't go out as often anymore there.
Yeah.
It's not like
there's that one person that's like, I need 1, 2, 3 for the road.
Could happen. They were really small. They looked like they were made for that almost. But you would just wrap it on your finger and push it and then dispose of it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So I was working on a mask today. Actually, so I was just doing that before we got on. I was planning all day to make a mask. Honestly, I'm not a fan of wearing the mask, especially like I'm at work in the public all day. And this was kind of the pattern. It's very similar to this background here that I'm putting up right now is very similar to the pattern.
I like it.
That I'm making for work. Whether or not I'd be allowed to wear it, I don't know.
So are all your employees wearing masks right now?
Now, none.
Nobody. Okay.
Nobody is. There's a few customers. Probably 30% of the customers do. and they're all sorts, like for like sanding masks from the departments, like from hardware stores. The odd time you see like a medical mask, very, very rare. A lot of homemade ones starting to come in now. But everyone that wears them, they seem to think that they're invincible and they could get right up to me, or I'm invincible and they can get right up to me. Like they seem to feel like they got superpowers with their mask on. And the other thing that I'm seeing a lot of is they're doing this and they're fiddling with it and they pull it down.
They're so uncomfortable. They're so itchy and uncomfortable.
Now, Stan, do you have people like poking you at work to get your attention?
Since this started, I've had one.
Okay.
One person, and I had an employee accidentally brush against me once since this started. The social distancing isn't always 6 feet like it should be. In fact, more often than not, I'm probably within a meter or two people, or less than a meter to people all day long. What I do is I'm very conscious of how much I touch my face now.
Yeah.
If I do touch my face, I kind of like, oh my gosh, I cut my face. And it's a very seldom touch. I'm not a face toucher. Well, mind you, when I watch myself back, I'm always playing with myself on these live shows.
I notice it all the time too. Like right now, I just had an itch, and I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" Everyone's watching me touch my face, but
we
my
had a
hair.
detour last night, and I kept having to like scratch the bottom of my nose.
Yeah. So you're more aware of it now.
Now I'm really going to be itchy. My face is going to be itchy.
I will tell you guys when I had to get an extra 10 feet of space from people, and the second I step out the door, I put on my angry face, and people just get away from me.
Here you go.
See it with your mask on, though.
Yeah.
It's a special kind of angry eyes, like attack eyebrows I use.
Yeah, but it's different, and I'm working. I'm on the sales floor 12 hours a day. I'm not in my office. I'm not in the back room. I'm right at the front, managing lines or cleaning carts or checking or bagging groceries or doing whatever I need to do. Shoveling snow, bringing carts in. And those carts have been touched by everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing those into the store, and I don't wear gloves. I find that it's just, unless I'm cleaning, because that disinfectant we use is very powerful, and it burns my skin if I'm cleaning for too long with the gloves on, without gloves. The first day I wasn't wearing gloves and I was cleaning all day.
Yeah.
Wow, my skin was raw.
Dude, I worry about you. I really do.
But what I do is wash my hands. Every 15 minutes, I go and wash my hands. And now I was a bad boy the last 2 days, or the first half of the day, I didn't go do it. But for the most part, every 15 minutes, I go and wash my hands.
I have to scratch my face. Hold on.
Is that the kitty litter scoop?
No, it's
it looks like it.
Back scratcher.
That's
good to see. Hey, Lewis is fine. He's saying hello. I'd like to say hello. How are you? I'm fine. Hi, Lewis. Me too. We're fine. How are you? We're all good here. We're all good. Small reactor leak. We got it locked down now.
If this is leading to boring conversation anyway, I'm going to take offense.
There we go. Jason got it.
I know that line.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite lines from Star Wars.
What I like is, did we just leave this party?
Say it again. Oh yeah. Didn't we just leave this party? Yeah. Is that Leia that says that?
That's Han. You big walking carpet?
No, I think Leia says it.
That's Han. Oh wait,
Leia says it. Didn't we just leave it? No, Leia says it. She says it to Han. Yes.
So my copy of because I am part of the Disney Movie Club. My copy, my Blu-ray of Rise of Skywalker just showed up yesterday. We're going to watch it tonight, and I guess it comes with a lithograph. Well, it came with a lithograph from Last Jedi.
Well, at least you got yours. I got to wait till this is all over and the Disney Store opens up again before I get mine, if they get them in at the Disney Store at all now.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not trying to. Oh, they can't mail it to you though. But
I know. I'm wondering if I could contact them and say, "Hey, listen, this is the situation. Is there any way you could just mail it to me because it's prepaid?"
Yeah.
I mean, the shipping to Canada is worth more than what I paid for the movie, probably. Who is this saying that's from the Magic Carpet? I like to say hello. I like to say hello. How are you? I am fine. Me too. We're fine. How are you?
We're all good. We're all fine here.
That's so
See, I'm trying to do the line now.
Magic Carpet. Which movie's Magic Carpet?
Aladdin, duh.
Well, I know, but was that not? He says name the show, and then he says the show is Magic Carpet, or is that the character? Lewis, you got us all confused now.
Explain yourself.
Explain yourself. Anyways, Holly was doing some cooking.
Yes.
But how did that turn out?
So I made copycat. I don't know if they're at Walt Disney World, but I know they're at Disneyland. It's churro toffee, and it was amazing. We have a few pieces left, but so they sell them in the bakeries, in the little, oh my gosh, like you said, the cases with all the candy, the cake pops, and all of that. Mm-hmm. And I had been wanting to try them, but I never got around to it before they closed. So luckily I was able to find a copycat recipe. I did post it on our page. It's actually pretty simple, and it doesn't take that many ingredients, which is good for right now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so far, everybody that's tried it I dropped a few pieces off to my friends yesterday. I did some ding dong ditching and just left it on their front porch, but I didn't tell them, and I really freaked them out.
I was going to say, do you honestly expect these people to eat this?
They're calling the cops. We have some hazmat.
There's an unknown package left on my step. We think it might be a bomb.
And I was so fast because everybody has the Ring doorbell now, but I was so fast because it was also pouring rain, and they couldn't even get like in the picture who it was. And then I wrapped it in a plastic bag on top of it. And so they're out there like kicking it, and I put some champagne in there too. And I'm like, oh great, well don't break it.
You can ding dong ditch me anytime.
And the same thing, I put some out on my porch, and my mom came by and picked it up, and she's like, I really could have used more than one piece. So yeah, I'll have to make more next time. But yeah, I want to do some more copycat recipes, especially, since we're stuck indoors. I didn't know if anybody else has done any that they recommend.
We did Monte Cristos last weekend, and while they were wonderful to eat, they were hideous to look at.
That's okay.
Because I'm no good in the kitchen. I could burn cereal. I had to marry someone who cooks all my food for me.
I think the taste is more important than...
The taste was perfect, but the product was something out of Rick and Morty.
But I wanted to try, I've been seeing Walt's chili being made, so I'm interested in making that, especially it's rainy and cold this whole week, so I might try to look at that recipe. Just the regular churros, I looked up that yesterday. We have everything for that. It hardly takes any ingredients at all. So that one will probably get done this week as well. What else? The Red Wagon corn dogs. I think, Stan, you said you didn't like them, right? Was it you that said
No, the Red Wagon corn dogs were not my favorite.
Yeah.
It was way too much batter for the amount of dogs.
The hand-dipped corn dogs at Disneyland that we all stand in line for and love.
And I stood in line. I was so excited and could hardly wait to get into it. And I was just like, oh, man, this is going to be so good. I heard so much about the Red Wagon corn dogs. It was like a 45-minute wait. And I got it, and I bit into it, and I go, okay, where's the wiener? It's like, oh, no. And I bit another bite, and there's still no wiener. I took a third bite. There's no wiener in this thing.
That's the best part. It's just dough.
Yeah,
it was way too much dough, and it wasn't even very good though.
You actually went the wrong time. The Red Wagon is best at Christmas when it's tamales.
Well, it was at Christmas when I went.
Well, I don't know. I want to see. We want to maybe try that, but I don't know if I have ingredients for that. I haven't looked yet. But any other suggestions?
I did the Tongo toast, and that came out really good.
Okay. Yeah. Did you say it was messy though? I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, it was messy. I did it outside on the barbecue. I used a side burner in the barbecue. Okay. I mean, I guess if you have a deep fryer, it'd be a lot easier. But
okay.
But I just used a big cast iron pot that you see in my grandma's, and filled it with oil, and a quarter weight with oil, and deep fried. It was like big thick pieces, and then we put the stuffing inside, took it out, dipped it in the cinnamon sugar mixture.
Sounds
It was
good.
Nice.
It was exactly like you get it, the Polynesian.
It's springtime here, so I want to get the mint julep recipe from Disneyland.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna write that one down too.
That wonderful sugar water known as mint julep.
That's what else I was gonna make. I saw someone made the beignets the other day on Instagram, and I actually have a Mickey Mouse cookie cutter. So
I was going to say, I hope you have the Mickey Mouse cookie cutter.
Yes, I do. So how come everything is sweet? It seems like I want to try.
My
But
back is killing me. Holy cow.
from lifting all that toilet paper.
No, from bending down paint, putting lines on the ground.
Oh.
putting decals and tape on the ground to make aisles for people to stand in a directional area or arrows on every aisle. And yeah.
Lewis answered about the show.
Yeah, it used to be a kid's show back in the day, he's saying.
What
The Magic Carpet.
kid show?
A
Oh,
kid's
touching
show.
my face.
I know you did it a couple times already. And then he was
Magic
wondering
carpet.
if those are Dunkin'
Magic
Donuts
carpet.
ears.
I think I know what he's talking about. I think the kids all sat on little carpet squares or something, and sounds familiar. Oh, Kim's saying that was her favorite show.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm thinking of the Magic School Bus is what I'm thinking of, which is something different on my map for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the only kids show I can think of that had magic
the magic
in
carpet.
it. You know, I'd like to do a show on the Grand Circle Tour one time. Is I'd like to do a like a not so much a review, but like a recap. Like talk about when the Star Wars was on the Muppets, that one episode.
Yes.
And Mark Hamill and
Yes.
C-3PO and R2-D2 and Chewbacca were all on the same. I'd like to do a show about that one day on the Grand Circle Tour.
Okay, can I tell you, I'm so excited to record this week's episode.
Yes. Yeah.
We have 5 days to go, and I'm so excited for this one.
Ding, ding, ding. Tell her what you just won, Johnny. So you sit on the little magic squares. You got it right.
So random. Like
You
the
win
things,
a copy of the Grand Circle Tour home game, complete with a microphone.
and then he's asking if my ears are Dunkin' Donut ears.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a bite in just a moment.
If you're a regular listener to the solo show, you know what edible mouse ears are.
Which I still think is a good idea they could actually do.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
It's not in Florida.
Well, yeah.
There's sugar in your hair.
Yeah, the cotton candy one doesn't last very long. It was two hippie ladies, and they sang in their garden folk songs, very trippy, and they had a patch of flowers that talked. Oh boy, this was in the 70s, wasn't it? Or the late 60s. How do I get on? Is it too late? Mindy, go to our private chat, and there's a link you can click, and that will pop you in. Okay.
I know. It's like, who is that? I can't see.
Yeah, that was Mindy. She hasn't registered for StreamYard yet, but yeah, you just click the link in our private chat, Mindy. Did we want to talk about music?
We always want to talk about music.
I have a hidden idea.
I can talk about music all day long.
So I need some ideas for what my favorite songs are at Disney World, because there's so many of them, and that's what the solo show I'm recording tonight is about.
Oh,
Also,
well, Jay
we're
is
here
your
to do
man.
your homework. That's
Yeah.
what we're doing.
You're doing my homework. So do we want to go park by park and then do resorts and kind of pick one from each, or just kind of randomly yell out songs?
randomly yell out songs.
Well, I was thinking like Animal Kingdom. What would your favorite
Oh my gosh.
music be? I mean, they got the live band that's always there, and the guy playing the plunking the guitar thing.
Plunk plunk.
Plunkers. Yes, that's what they're
Or
called.
they have the drum area too, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't. And then Jay is not.
I'm sorry, Animal Kingdom. Well, it's my third favorite park.
There we go. Here comes Miss Mindy. Oh, her device is not connected. Your guest needs to your guest? There she is.
She just needs to put on her.
She needs to put on her microphone and her camera.
It's like a little record on this music episode.
Mindy, you got to turn on your camera and your microphone. It said something your guest wasn't something. And then it disappeared. I didn't get a chance to read it. Oh, her mic's on now. There she is.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello. Oh, you're looking better.
You're live.
We're live.
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 I know my hair is kind of messy. Hey, I'm so sorry I was late. I've had 2 now doctor's appointments via telecheck or however that work. So.
And how does that work?
doing my
Because I'm
best
supposed to
to,
do one Friday.
I've got one next week, so tell us.
Yeah, tell us how it works. Do you get on Zoom or what?
Oh, did you freeze?
It's really choppy.
Oh, Mindy has a.
So I can barely.
Yeah, you have a bad connection, Mindy.
Let me leave it
Better
out
if you do it
for
from a
my-
computer.
Let me exit out and I'll come back.
Yeah, exit out. Try to get on your computer and use Chrome. Okay, if you can use Chrome.
Just don't call
Okay, there we go.
Just don't call us. Is that what you said?
Just don't call out. I'm reading Lewis's. Don't call me, guys.
I thought you were saying, just don't call us, Mindy.
Just don't call out. It's a Small World. My therapist threw me out because of that song, and she won't expect my.
I love Small World, Louise. I have 3 versions of Small World on vinyl. I love it that much.
Small World is awesome. I don't understand why people don't like the song.
It's
Is
a
it because
must
it
for
goes on and on too many times or something? Or
Because it gets in your head and you have it in your head the rest of the day, the rest of the week, the rest of the year. I think that's why it's one of those catchy
What a
songs.
great song to get in your head.
yeah, there's worse things to be in your head than that. Like the
Yeah.
voice that keep telling me to do bad stuff.
Like the song that never ends. You get that in your head.
I agree.
Okay, Mindy's trying again.
I love Small World, you guys. I have to do it every time, or it's not a trip to Disney.
Yeah, I agree. Mindy, are you better now? Can we?
I can hear you. It's just pretty choppy, but I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're pretty choppy too.
Oh, now I can hear you. Is that better?
Oh, you're like a Japanese film. You talk and then we hear you.
Oh, that's weird.
That's so funny.
Mindy's a
It just
samurai.
brings more entertainment.
Yeah, it's. You're on your phone, obviously.
I am. Can I go?
Are you using
on
Chrome or
the computer?
Safari or you just clicked on the link I sent you? I guess. Yeah, Safari doesn't like. Yeah, StreamYard and Safari don't get along very well.
Same with Edge.
So I'll just give me a sec.
Okay.
Is she ding dong bitching us?
Well, she better
And
have some champagne
gonna
and candy
say,
on
where's
the
her
door.
With her candy.
I had an online appointment. It was great. So what appointment did Mindy say she has coming up, or she did an online
She had
one?
2 appointments today, and then I was saying I have a follow-up on Friday, and the doctor said I didn't have to come to the office. I could do one of those, but I didn't know if you do it on Zoom or if they have their own like app, or I don't know. So I'm kind of curious to see, because I would much rather do that than actually go into the office.
Yeah, no kidding. That's for sure.
My doctor
Mhm.
called me because she's up in St. Louis, which is 90 minutes from here. And she was like, yeah, don't come up here. Everyone has it. Stay home
Yeah.
and I'll see you on Skype.
Exactly.
This is Teresa.
That's my mother, I think.
Okay.
Hi,
Hi,
Holly's
Mom.
Hi, Holly's mom.
I just sent her the link. I'm like, are you on? She's like, I don't know how to find it.
Okay. Well, there we go. She found us. She found us.
It's funny.
All right, so let's do Stan's homework.
Yeah. So
I'll try. I don't know. I'm not.
we got Ethan. Ethan joined in now.
Ethan, our buddy.
Yeah,
How you
hi,
doing?
Ethan.
Okay, so Lewis says not Small World. Well, I'm putting down Small World because I like that one. Pretty much anything that's done by the Sherman Brothers, I like. I don't think there's a song in Disney that Sherman Brothers have done that I don't like.
So are you looking for specific songs then, or?
Yeah, I guess so. Like Carousel of
Okay.
Progress, Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow is.
Because I can break it down into like, because we're gonna talk like Haunted Mansion. Let's talk about like the music, the individual music as you hear, not just Grim Grinning Ghost, but there's like the foyer music and the organ music and the load music.
There we go. So Lewis had a doctor video chat today. So was it on Zoom or what was it on Skype or how did you do it? Facebook Messenger? There's all sorts of things now. StreamYard.
I'm really curious.
Yeah. Yes. How many songs are there in Haunted Mansion?
Well, there's one song.
Well, no, you got Grim Grinning Ghosts. You got
and Grim Grinning Ghosts.
Grim Grinning Ghosts.
Let's look
Grim
it up.
Grinning Ghosts request you sanitize. Don't pull down the lap bar. We don't want you to touch it. Yeah. Grim Grinning Ghosts want you to sanitize.
Well,
Haunted Mansion song music.
well, we've got the foyer music, the Portrait Hall load music.
Mm-hmm.
There's the music from Madame Leota, the ballroom, the graveyard,
Mm-hmm.
and the exit crypts.
There you go. Like one attraction has like all those songs. Yeah. And then Small World has one.
Do you have that written down, or is that in your? Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
I've been collecting Disney music my whole life.
Okay,
Yeah,
Mindy's
that's
in now.
pretty
She's better
impressive.
now. There we go.
Ah,
That's better. Much better. We don't get
Yay.
that phone movement either. Which you got
I
camouflage
know.
headphones on or those leopard print?
I
or
know.
or zebra.
you're from
They
real this time.
are. They're skull candy, and they're so cool that they actually have a battery that when you turn it on, it's like major bass. These are the coolest headphones. They're Brandon's, but I know.
Skull Candy is the only brand I use.
these are legit though. Like, you know, when you go to a concert and you feel the bass in your chest, that's what these do. They are unbelievable.
Nice.
They take an extra battery just for the bass.
Do any of you listen to D Park Radio?
I do.
Do you?
And Sorcerer Radio.
I was going to say, so I was listening to Sorcerer Radio today, and I have the Roku stick I have Roku TV in my bedroom, and I have the Roku stick in the living room. There's a Sorcerer Radio app that you can listen to.
Yeah.
I found that out today.
What? I
Yeah.
listen to that all the time while we're cleaning. I'll be like, oh, what's coming on? And it's like programs, and you can pick what you want to hear. And like, you can go through it and look at the schedule and say, oh, look, they're playing, ambiance music from Epcot or ride attractions from Magic Kingdom, or even from the different resorts. You can listen to music from the resorts.
Well, yeah, no, I've always done that, but I've never had it on my TV before
Oh, yeah.
with the Roku Sorcerer Radio app.
Isn't that so fun?
Yeah, it's way
What was
easier to-
playing on the screen? Just random
it
pictures?
just shows what channel you're on. Does it show which song is playing?
It does. Well, it does on the phone, but
I don't think it does on the TV. I think you could push. Yeah, it has go back and playing.
because I'll hit the atmospheres on them just when I'm doing chores, dishes, laundry, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, and then they have like
Yeah.
the Tiki Room podcast is another one of theirs that they have on there.
Uh-huh.
Lewis is saying you can do D Park on your phone, and that's what I've always done. I've used it on my phone, and then I had like a Bluetooth speaker, but I like it that I can have it on my TV, and I could just set the sleep button on my TV and fall asleep to it. A lot easier than having my phone burning up.
I'm not
No,
allowed
no.
to leave that on at bedtime anymore.
I've been listening to a lot of Disney music. I'm not in my room right now, which is okay. I'm just quarantined to my house now, but I listened to a lot of Disney music sleeping because it is the only thing that's kept me sane for the past 11 days.
When I was out with my eye for the first like 2 or 3 weeks, I was in bed pretty much, and that's all I did was listen to Disney music. nonstop, pretty much, and podcasts. I listen to different podcasts like crazy. But yeah, it's a great way to relax, I find.
I feel so bad that I'm late. I mean, I'm 35 minutes in, but it's so good to see all your faces.
We haven't even started.
We haven't started. We're doing Stan's homework today, but we haven't started yet.
Yeah, I'm recording on the
It
solo
just
show
says
today.
live. So
Oh yeah, no,
not
we're live, but
We
live for
missed
35
you.
minutes.
We've been worried about you.
Thank you, Jay. I don't want to get emotional again. I've been crying enough. It was the brink of the closest of me feeling like I could really take a turn for the worst with this. It was the sickest I've ever been. I actually got on this. I've lost 10 pounds.
Wow.
Like I needed to lose it anyway, but I am a size 4 now.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Skinny mini.
I don't know if that's a good thing. Like my face was so sunken in because I just was not getting nutrients. Like I was just pale and pasty, and everybody was a little, was worried about me. So.
Oh, Brandon's getting yelled at.
No, Cecily, she's like in there doing dances. I'm like, love you. No, I appreciate it though. That was the sickest I've been, and it's a reality check. I'm grateful I didn't get it nearly as bad. Obviously, there's people that are fighting literally for their lives with COVID. I had mild symptoms. If 103.9 was the highest it got, my fever. If that's mild, then I'll take it. But
because it's pretty rampant where you are, right?
Yes. Yeah. And the thing is that's scary to me, and if I talk about this, if you want to talk about it, and please, if you don't, I understand. This is a Disney show. But when I went to the hospital, so it was mine and Brandon's anniversary, and we had booked because we were supposed to go to San Francisco, and obviously that trip got axed. Like there was just no way. And we got most of it refunded, but we were just like, okay, well, let's make the best of it. Let's get a room just somewhere in town. Let's do a little staycation. So I looked at Hotwire, and Hotwire had a room, a 4-star resort for $32. Super cheap. I was like, yeah, okay, let's go. So it was in Scottsdale, and we got our favorite restaurant. We went to Kona Grill, picked up our macadamia nut chicken, and I was feeling cold. You know when you're getting the flu and you feel that cold, achy feeling, you're like, oh, I kind of feel that. Like I was thinking, okay, it's just because, I'm freezing. It was really cold that day. I kept putting on sweaters. Well, we get there, started eating, and it just got worse. And I had to get under the blanket, and I started shivering. Like my teeth were shaking. And Brandon left. He's like, I'm going to find a thermometer. He left for an hour, could not find a thermometer anywhere. And by that time, I was burning up. And we're like, we got to go. So we picked up our stuff and we left, and we told them. Next morning, I woke up. My fever was at 103.7, and I couldn't stop throwing up. So I went to the ER. This is where it gets weird. So I go to the ER. Nobody else is allowed in. I go in. At the front desk, where outside, there's a lady and a security guard. She has no PPE on, a paper and a communal pen that says sign in. And I'm like, I got my own pen, so I used that and signed in. She's like, what's the problem? So they wheeled me in immediately, took me straight back, took my vitals, and were like, yeah, you're really sick. Everybody was in basically hazmat suits, and you could hear, it's when ERs are really, really, and it was so quiet, but you could hear the other patients and the doctors coming in. You can't not hear, but the doctors would say the same thing. You probably have it. Here's your symptoms. They're like coughing, sounded really sick. And me there, 7 other ones. Go home, self-isolate. You most likely have it. We're not testing you. Bye-bye. They did a chest x-ray on me and took my temperature, and it just kept getting higher. They gave me a shot to bring it down instantly. They gave me some type of, I want to say it was a Z-Pack. I'm not sure. It was just something. I was so delirious at this point. I couldn't even move. My body ached so bad. And they came in and said, again, you most likely have it, but we don't have any tests. And then the next guy over, he's like, you have COVID. There, you definitely have it. We've got to check you in. So the guy next door to me has it. And I don't know what that happened, but they were sending patients home, which totally throws the curve off all over the board, everywhere, because these people are going home. Okay, yeah, maybe I am, maybe I don't. And they're just out and about going shopping now. Like as soon as their fever's done, they didn't give instructions. I knew better. I have best friends that are ER nurses, and they're like, get your butt home and do not leave your house. Don't leave. So treat it as such. So I did. Well, it got worse. So the next day I had a doctor's appointment already scheduled for a follow-up, and I went in, and Becky, my doctor, was like, you are not allowed to come in here. And outside they have a makeshift hospital with like, you know, it's like those little trailers they rent, and it had 3 rooms. So it was a little makeshift hospital, and they send their sick patients in there. Well, I went in there and they were like, we're testing you. We have tests here. And luckily they did. And I was tested right away. And the lady took my vitals, and she's like, your oxygen levels are extremely low. We've got to get you better. You've got to go home and wait this out. So and she's like, if it gets to your lungs or you feel like you're not breathing right, you've got to go back to the ER. The worst part about it was like, you know, if you've ever got a like Charlie horse in your chest and it feels like you can't breathe, that was the worst of it. Like I was like, oh! And it would go away, but I never had it go to my lungs. And I know that was, and I'm a believer in prayer, and I just do believe in that I pulled through this without that happening, and more so that my husband didn't get this, because that would have been absolutely detrimental to his life. So I stayed as far away from him as I could. And by the grace of God, he is totally fine. My kids are fine. And I have a brother-in-law, my ex-brother-in-law does cleaning, and he's going to come and literally kill the bacteria if there is any virus in our home, and spray it. So, but I had to do this, and I've been at the doctor's because today I got my test results back. And this is where it gets weird. So apparently COVID, it's not so cut and dry from what I'm understanding. So this is, again, I'm not a doctor, but there's strains of COVID, and I tested positive for the strain of COVID, but I guess in the form of transporting it or something happened to where it compromised the other one, it came back inconclusive. They deem it once it's done as positive, but there wasn't a hard 100%, yes, you have it, blah, blah, blah. So they just said, you've got to treat this as COVID. Obviously, if one came back, it is what it is. And the symptoms that I had, I mean, it's not just a coincidence. So now it is finding out my next steps and what it goes from here. So I apologize for taking the last 5 minutes to tell you that story, but I pulled through, and I am grateful that it didn't go to my lungs, and I do feel so much better. For the first time, 48 hours, no fever, and that has been a blessing, because literally it would spike, it'd go back to 103, I'd get it down to about 100, 101, and it was just fighting this fever that would just, it was breaking me. It was breaking me. So your first symptoms was the fever, or was it the you were feeling chilly, you said? Chills at first, and which was really weird. I didn't know it had anything to do with it, but when I ate food, it tasted funny. Like I couldn't taste my food. It was almost like someone plugs your nose and you're trying to eat. It's like, I can't taste this. And then
how long-
come to find
like,
out
no
that is
place-
and then come to find out that's a huge symptom before it occurs, because it starts attacking like your symptoms.
Wow.
And I didn't know. And Brandon's like, that's a major red flag.
I'm
And,
also hearing a lot of people saying they don't smell anything.
That
I'm wondering if
exactly.
it depends if it
Smell
comes in
and
through your
taste.
mouth or if it comes in through your
Huh.
nose.
It's very,
Interesting.
yeah, I couldn't smell. So the smells of things were thrown off. Even eating my macadamia nut chicken, I was like, normally you smell it and I'm like, oh my gosh, this smells so good. It was just like smelling air. It wasn't there. And that's when the symptoms just started getting worse and worse and worse. And, but
And
I
how
am-
long ago did this was that? That was on your anniversary.
the 27th.
Scottsdale.
So that was the 27th. So we're looking at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is 12 days.
12 days. So 2 weeks basically.
I was literally, I did not leave my bed for 8 of those days. I slept 36 hours straight. I woke up, I tried to eat. I woke up for about an hour and then went back to bed till the next morning. So I slept almost for 3 days straight, literally.
Yeah, it's almost too bad we couldn't be like the entire planet, just be like bears and hibernate for
Yeah,
a
like
couple of
on,
weeks.
like on Passenger, that movie where we all just go into hibernation.
Yeah. It's like it's almost a shame that isn't a reality.
Yeah.
You know what? That does sound nice, though. Let's all take 2 weeks off. We'll just sleep, and we'll come back refreshed.
Wouldn't that be the best?
Yeah.
I would so do it.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. I mean, people still have to eat. They still have to doctors. If a power line goes down, they're going to be needing electricity. So the hydro workers have to be there. It goes on and on and on about the essential services that have to continue.
Right. Hey guys,
But-
I'm sorry. I know this is Disney show, and I hope you don't. And if it's not what you're wanting to talk about, I understand. I just
You
wanted
know what,
you
though?
guys.
I think we all like hearing firsthand what it's like.
Yeah.
Well, no, not to be enjoyed.
Not
but we
like, yeah.
We want to
Yeah.
hear what it's
People-
like firsthand.
I do. I get a lot of questions. I wake up and they're like, what is it like? Tell me. I think I might get it. What are you feeling? And, it is a thing. It's like every single morning, I think we're all like to the point you wake up and you're like, do I have a fever? Am I okay? Like,
Yeah.
do this self-assessment check thing every day.
Yeah. How sore is my throat this morning?
Oh wait, and the senses are you almost, I don't want to say the word exaggerate them because that's not the word I'm looking for, but it's almost more at the top of your mind going, oh, I coughed. What does that mean? Like you're hypersensitive to what's going on in the surroundings you're in. But today is the first day I have gotten dressed, like literally enough to go, I'm going to sit down and put some real clothes on and not feel pasty, because it literally just, it feels so much better just to get up. And
Do you recall what your oxygen level was? When
it was pretty low, to be honest. I was so delirious, Holly.
Mhm.
I can't tell you enough for them to go that I had to put a little mask on and help me
yeah.
get some oxygen going.
Wow.
But that may be attributed because I was so sick.
Mhm.
It's the flu times 10. That's my symptoms. And the funny thing is like, people were getting angry at me, saying, like, accusing me that I wasn't being honest. I'm like, because I wasn't coughing, or that it wasn't in my lungs, and that, oh, you don't have it. There's no way because you don't have this. There's so many different symptoms. There's people that have it that don't even know that they have it.
Mhm.
And that was frustrating. It's been a very emotional week for me. I've cried more than I want to. Physically, emotionally, financially, it's all taken a toll on my business, on just, it's draining. It is so draining. And I pray for the people that literally don't have jobs at all. I pray for the people who are fighting this and they can't breathe. I feel lucky. I feel so blessed. And I don't word you lucky. I don't like that because there's nothing that I did that would keep me from, it's just my body fought it off differently and didn't get to my lungs. And I'm grateful for that.
Well, I think also it helps that like you're in good shape. You're not a smoker. Like you've lost a lot of weight recently, which I'm sure helped an awful lot in your recovery.
For sure.
You might have saved your life by having done that.
Yeah.
Right.
The doctors were kind of shocked, like, you've lost 100 pounds. Well, yeah, I have now. Went through that. I thank you, Lewis. I did. It's by the grace of God. Like I came out of this the other end, and I'm grateful for that. It's scary. My husband he cried a lot, worrying about me as well as any spouse would, and my parents, you guys. I mean, I know I've been obviously you guys can't hug me, but I can tell that you all have just helped me through this. I felt so alone. I've never felt so alone yet so loved all at the same time. I can't explain that to you. You're in a room and you just want to hug. You don't realize how much hugs help. And when you can't hug somebody, it is devastating. You feel alone. And I can't imagine being in a hospital as a patient, sick, and just wanting to have your spouse there.
Yeah.
And there's just times that I just wanted Brandon I just wanted to hold his hand and do the best. And I just didn't want to compromise him and get him sick.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. So we did what we had to. But by the time I found out my results and what's going on now, luckily I'm okay. I do still have to self-isolate you have to go 10 to 14 days from the last time you had a fever, which was little more than 48 hours ago that my fever completely broke. And I was it was weird when it broke. I could feel it. It was like every pore on my body was just drenched in sweat, which had a lot to do with like me losing weight too, because I lost so much water just from, fighting off an illness. So I appreciate you guys for thinking of me. I know you guys, Jay, you've messaged me and it means a lot to me. And me calling just to talk to you. I'm sorry, Stan. It's a little bit off there.
Well, just to sort of bring this back to Disney, there was talks today that Disney parks may be scanning people's temperatures before they walk into the parks, along with doing the bag checks.
I don't doubt it.
Is this something that people will be seeing happening?
I could foresee it happening. I also foresee them it's going to be a tough call for Disney. If we're talking COVID, this isn't just going to, it's over, guys. Yay, we made it to June 1st. It's done. This is a process, and it's not just going to go away. I don't foresee parades happening. I did read an article saying that they may, for the time being, that obviously parades are going to be kind of I can't imagine what's being said around that table at Disney right now. What are they talking about and how they're going to fight this? This is unprecedented. When was the last time we know that Disney has ever shut down? And then that you think about it, it's surreal. Do you guys feel like that it's a surreal thing going on right now?
I keep thinking I need to wake up and this was all just a bad dream.
Yeah,
right.
A movie. We've
and
been watching a long movie.
It's becoming more and more a reality. And unfortunately, more and more the norm.
Yeah.
I was watching a YouTube video before you came on, Mindy. I was talking about there was a couple. They were doing videos from Beijing, and when you go on the subway, they have infrared scanners that kind of take everybody's core temperature before they get into the subway platform. And if you're running too red, they won't let you into the subway platform. And it's basically a screen with a monitor, and you can see how you get the heat signatures of bodies walking.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually see the bodies walking with the heat signatures, and they won't let you on the train platform, and they'll check your temperature before they let you on.
Yeah.
But my thought about that was when I saw that Bob Iger said that today. My thought was, well, when I'm at Disney World, by the time I've gotten in line, my temperature's probably up because I've skipped there. My heartbeat's probably up.
Right.
I'm excited. I'm a little sweaty. So will I pass? Will I pass the test just because I'm ready to get in?
But even if you're hot from the weather or sweating, your temperature really shouldn't increase. So you should be fine, even though you're sweaty or excited.
Well, that's just it. Like everyone's hot in Florida.
But I do think about, what about like the kids that are teething or just have cold, or like that? Is it just across the board? Because some children get fevers when they teeth.
Or did she freeze?
No, I'm just.
Okay, sorry. I thought we
No,
lost.
Yeah, I
I'm
wasn't
here.
sure if you were zoning out, if you were frozen or with us. Or
I apologize.
Are you
I'm
still
not
with us?
tired. I'm just, again, I have makeup on, but my body, it takes a toll. Like all of
We'll wake you up when we need you.
I'm sorry. Just
Honey,
from
we're just
doing
happy to see that
basic
you're doing
stuff.
better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just basic stuff is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You take for granted, even just pouring milk. I'm like, okay. It's just, my body's just taking its time to get better.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have to let it. Let it take its time, and don't rush going out or seeing Brandon and everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We'll see Brandon on Sunday, though, because I'm so excited about this
He
week's
can't
episode.
stop talking about that. He
I'm
can't
so
stop
excited
talking
about this week's episode.
Yeah. I really, Jay, I need to do the episode about the DAS cards and wheelchairs.
We need to do that one.
And being that we bought Brandon, I feel bad because Apple Scooter, we'll always use them, especially for my mom, but we ended up buying Brandon a scooter for him so he could have it. So it's here at our house. But I think over the course, we have paid Apple Scooter well over $2,000 renting a scooter. And it's a really great company. They come drop it off, they pick it up, and if something's wrong.
Why didn't you tell me that before I used the crappy scooter company Orlando that I had to push the scooter all the way through Epcot and into the
You
parking
didn't
lot?
tell me you were going to rent one, and you were like, okay, yeah, I did. Apple Scooter does it. They do Walt Disney World too, and I will shout them from the rooftops. But they are a great, great company, and I have the owner on literally a cell phone. So we'll always get one for my mom, but we bought one, and we got it for $600, which it's almost brand new. I guess her dad used it a few times, the person we bought it from, but he died unfortunately, but she was like, we don't need it, and you obviously are in need of this. So we drove about an hour and a half up to Payson to pick it up. It's in like supreme condition. It's the Victory Pride, and it's a Victory Pride 10. So it's literally brand new. It's a $2,000 scooter, and we got it for him so we can take it. And we're just like, if any friends need to use it now, we can bring it with us to Disneyland. And
Maybe back me up. It's been 6 months, and I have not trash talked Orlando Scooter Company yet, but I feel like I finally get to. Because I rented the scooter for 5 days. We're at Epcot.
I've never heard of anything like that, Jay. I know. I was shocked. I've never seen anything like that. And we rent them all the time. I have never
got in, went to the left, to World Showcase, and by the time we got to England, it had died. And it was this heavy thing that I just literally popped it in neutral, which didn't really work. And I had to push it from Great Britain through Future World, and then all the way to the back of the parking lot to get it back to car.
That was a joke. And I was trying, like, look.
Orlando Scooter Rental, you suck.
The thing is, too, and I'm
Because it
gonna be
happened the
honest,
next
But
day
if
at
you want to
Magic
sponsor
Kingdom.
us, you can contact us.
No, we don't want your sponsorship. The product sucks. Because it happened the next day at Magic Kingdom, and I had to park it into the Tangled restrooms, plug it in, and be like, well, I hope it's here when we come back.
My goodness.
I got like a workout because of that scooter.
The Orlando workout scooters.
Seriously.
I have.
Oh,
Hey,
there you go.
guys.
Hi.
You.
I get to touch him.
Brandon, look who I have.
Oh, look at that.
Ah, Vincent. Hey, when are we doing our
Sunday.
Sunday.
Saturday?
Sunday.
Easter
Sunday?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Nice.
Don't
You know
make
what?
that.
I'm gonna watch it again just because it's been a couple years, so I make sure I remember all the names and everything. But I'm so looking forward to that. It's gonna be awesome.
Right on.
Who's on? You
Anyway, what was that? I'm sorry.
Who's on?
who's on? Is it going to be you and Jay and Stan, or who's
And
recording?
Justin.
Oh, okay.
And okay.
Woo!
Good
Cool.
cast.
I love this movie. I'm probably the only one who loves this movie the way I do, but any negative opinions you guys have are wrong. So have a great time.
I don't think I'm gonna have any negative opinions. I love that movie ever since I was a kid. I used to watch it over and over and over.
Jay, you and Brandon are so much alike. And
You
that's
need to
why-
say what movie you're talking about.
Oh,
for
Colleen's
anyone-
like, what are you talking about?
Right there,
Black
that's
hole.
the movie.
Yeah, I assumed, but anybody that's watching that might not
Yeah,
know.
so
I know.
everyone-
I need to
All
watch
three
that
of you
too.
that are watching, or two, I guess, because I'm one of them. You have to watch the Black Hole. That's your homework.
I can throw that movie on anytime
Yes,
and
I
just play it. I love it.
remember asking people growing like through the years. I'm like, hey, did you see Black Hole? And so many people are like, what? I'm like, how do you not know what movie I'm talking about? And even Mindy, when I first met Mindy, I was like, oh, did you ever see Black Hole? She had no idea what movie.
I've never heard of it until several weeks ago when
Oh,
Jay was talking about it. And
I will always say it's an underrated Disney masterpiece.
Oh, it is. Oh, it totally is. It is. It was, I think, in a lot of ways, so ahead. I mean, even compared to Star Wars. So
Oh, come on now.
You're offending Stan.
no. I'm not saying.
Brandon
I'm
loves
not,
Star Wars. Though,
I'm a
Stan.
huge
He's there
Star
with
Wars.
you.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan too. But just the way some of the effects were and everything. But actually, I'm gonna finish this. But anyway, hey, I got something I gotta finish, guys. But it was nice to see y'all.
Good to see you.
bye.
See you Sunday.
Yes.
Sunday.
Yes.
Sunday.
All righty.
Well, we got to wrap up anyways because I got to get ready to record my
Yeah.
next show.
Hey, we didn't have to do Stan's homework for him.
Yeah.
What's that?
We didn't do Stan's homework.
I'm sorry.
No,
Stan.
I know. I got.
He's got to go. He's got to do some research.
I gotta go listen to this to 5,000 Disney songs in the next 2
Can
minutes.
you, if we're
Empty room.
can you not like if you get off live, can we still talk, or is it gonna just turn it
No.
off?
I think if I go, that will be it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
can we log on Zoom and chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
Stan,
can chat.
bring up Horizons tonight.
Yeah.
It's
I
so
remember- okay.
it's- Horizons had such a disco soundtrack. It still puts a smile on my face.
Send him that YouTube that you just sent me, or maybe I'll forward it, of Horizon. Did you send it to me, or did George?
You
I think
guys.
George did.
Can
Okay.
We just,
Or did I?
Can we all go do a big Disney trip? Because I really need.
Oh
this.
no,
I-
hang on, Mindy. You guys can't be listening, chatting on Zoom. I'll be on Zoom.
Oh. Well,
Right, I'll be recording
we
the show on Zoom.
We can do our little
can
Facebook
do our-
thing and do filters like we did yesterday.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
got to
guys,
do
you
your
guys
Facebook
missed a
chat.
really entertaining
do a face-
conversation
Yeah. I
where
wanna
we were
talk.
all wearing different Facebook filters.
There's another app too that we just started using. It's called House Party,
I looked great.
and you
with
can
it.
you can
House
play
Party?
you can play games on there. I think you can do filters, games. It's
How
fun.
fun.
Yeah, but okay, yeah. I'm gonna get going too.
All
And
right.
I'll send that to you, Stan. It's Horizons. It's a YouTube, and I think it has a lot of music on it.
Is it the
So-
Martins one?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I just was
Okay, good
started
night,
watching
everyone.
it today. Okay. Good night.
Okay,
Glad
so
to see
I'll
you,
call-
Mindy.
We'll see you guys
I'll
next
call
week.
you on I'll call you on Facebook then, Jay.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Bye.
I gotta take the
Bye.
dog out first, but okay.
You got to do what?
Take the dog out first.
Okay. Well,